we're back with 843 TV, and now I have JOToole joining us, the Executive Director of the BC EDC. Nice to see you again, as always.
Good to be with you, Kathryn.
Lovely having you, and we wanted to talk to Kate. We have so much to talk about the land protection program here. I mean, it's been 50 years in its infancy, correct? Right. Let's continue our conversation, and the military, they're very prevalent in our community. How does that parlay with you?
The military is a great land conservation partner. So pilots would rather fly over farms and forests than they would neighborhoods and billboards and noise and signage. So we're able to work with the Department of Defense to help protect property around the air station. And in March of this year, we were actually designated federally as a Sentinel landscape. There's only 13 in the country, and that means this area is an area of priority for the Department of Defense and all of our federal natural resource agencies for investment and protection of our natural resources. So we're thrilled to have them as a partner, both in the land protection space and the economic development space. Because as we talked earlier, when it comes down to it, land protection is a complement to what makes a thriving community, and economic development is certainly another complement in that place.
Oh, that's amazing. I know. So, John, what are you thinking? I mean,
that's a great point. A lot of folks who are here, we could be standing here and see an F-35 fly over, and people in Beaufort County embrace the mission of the Marine Corps. Well, what the Open Land Trust and Beaufort County is doing is preserving space around the airport that is supportive of the Marine Corps mission. As many people know, most NATO pilots train in Beaufort County, and we want at any inflection point that the Department of Defense looks at a community and says, is this community supportive of our mission, or should we have that operation elsewhere? We want them to always think very favorably about Beaufort County. So what Kate and her team are doing is complementary of that.
Wow, I didn't even think about that, and that's such an important part as well. Okay, let's talk about 2024 for you. I know what's on our docket for that.
Sure. So we want to continue to build that coastal greenbelt and rely on valued partners that we've had for decades and new partners. So some examples include the new Office of Resilience, which is a state agency that can help drive land protection efforts when it comes to storm preparedness and resilient communities. We want to be proactive with our economic development partners and identify strategic places for land conservation and strategic places for economic development. So the two do go hand in glove. We want to continue to work with our military and to continue to work with our rural landowners on the Sea Islands and in Hampton and Jasper counties to protect the Port Royal Sound watershed. So we're really excited to be proactive and to continue to build that coastal greenbelt.
We need you guys. I really think our community needs them. We need to protect our Greenland, and that's the thing, there's a delicate balance. A lot of people are saying people are coming to Beaufort County. It's one of the hotbeds for people moving here. What do you think, John? I mean, it's a delicate balance between those.
Well, I was mentioning to Rob before, who was interviewed in the other segment, that when we tell folks that we embrace the environment, that we work very closely, we've been doing this now for 6 years. I would say we got to know Kate and the Open Land Trust 5 years ago, and we've been kind of in constant contact with the Open Land Trust. What I find in Beaufort, and it's interesting, is that if people don't know the facts, they kind of make up a fact pattern that can be worse than the truth. And as you've seen, different projects not far from here, where if we're not really transparent with the public about what we're doing and how we can work together, it ends up being a legal planning fiasco. So by working really closely with each other in an open setting like this, hopefully a program like this will pique people's interest in how environmentalists work with economic development professionals. Well, we think we've got something for 24 that's going to be a national best practice, so stay tuned.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that. But that's something really important to understand, is the communications. And I've been hosting the show now for nearly 5 years, and it's one thing, our government, our education, our economics, you all communicate, and there's a synergy. So even before we go on set, you're all talking about it, there's a unity, and that people may not know about our area, that it's just that everybody has their best interest and very positive in making sure that we're taking care of business.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we're going to be right back with more 843 TV. Kate, thanks for joining us. And John, I'll see you in a second.
Okay, good deal.